by 58 runs, a big margin. Both the teams, they have qualified for the second round, the Super Sixes. Whoever wins today, they will carry 2 points to the Super Sixes. So both sides, they want to win. Same team for Nepal.
Yeah, the reason I called it a virtual Super Six clash there at the toss was, in essence, the goalposts have shifted quite a bit with that upset victory. I think all involved in Japanese cricket are calling it the biggest win in their history. Certainly in terms of rankings differential, they might have had a few 50-over performances back in the day, but in terms of context and stature and importance, they are now, potentially 3, definitely 4 wins away from a T20 World Cup. And potentially so are Samoa. We already have Italy qualified for the tournament itself. The spread of the associate game, the growth of the cricket in this format around the world in T20 international cricket, it's so inspiring, Paresh.
It is. Just to see the associate qualify for the T20 World Cup, it's a big thing for all the associate teams. Let's talk about Japan. They have already qualified for the Super Sixes. Like you said, Lenny, another 3 to 4 wins, they can qualify for the World Cup, and you can never take out any teams in a T20 format.
We expected a good, healthy crowd of Nepal fans. There are a couple of Japanese fans too, but I can promise you they're outnumbered. I actually met them walking up the stairs. I said, you might have to cheer very loud today to try and number the hundreds of Nepal fans that have come in great colour. And look at that, NEPAL. They're going to have to hold those letters up all day to create that sign to hold it. We're just a little bit to their right, to your left on your screen, up above that Omantel sign. We've probably got 300 in or something like that, and I think more and more will come in as they go on. But lovely colour, and there's the Japan flag on the left. The batters are just being told to wait for our umpires. Our umpires today, great to see that Shiju Sham is here from the United Arab Emirates, and also standing alongside Bangladesh's highly experienced umpire, Masador Rahman Mukul. Everyone knows him as Mukul round the traps. Pragitha Rambukwela is our reserve umpire from Sri Lanka, and then we saw Hamim Talwar, our match referee, who is from the Afghanistan Cricket Board, the official ICC match ref. Big cheer for the players as they walk out. We are all set for what is in essence the start of the Super 6 stages in many ways, even though it's the last Group B contest, and of course we'll have a really important Group C clash to follow this evening, where Oman will take on Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea must win to stay alive, and as a consequence of Samoa's historic win last night, all permutations are possible in that Group C. The only 2 things we can report for certain as of right now are that Kuwait are out and also Malaysia are out, although they gave UAE a real fright across on pitch 2 this morning.
Yes, UAE, even in the first match when UAE played against Qatar, they were out of the game till the 12th or the 13th over. Qatar was on top. It's just that the schedule is so important that all the teams apart from Kuwait and Malaysia, rest of the teams and Japan and Nepal, all have chances to reach the Super Sixes.
Yeah, in terms of the permutations for the Super 6 table, we'll probably wait till we officially get to that stage to speculate too much about them. But just to give you a bit of a sense, each of the 6 sides that will be in the Super 6s will end up playing 5 games that count towards that Super 6 table. So for Nepal, they know that this is one of them, as do Japan. And then the 4 other games that both these sides will play in the next latter stages, which will come after the rest day tomorrow. Much needed rest day for everyone involved. The production team in particular working so hard in real heat. It's been crazily hot the last 2 days. It's warmed up for some reason, which is strange. Usually starts to get cooler at this time of the year. Going to be Dependra Singh Airi to open up the bowling. But just in terms of the permutations, Paresh, I think if you win 3 games you'll have a chance, but not guaranteed. 4 almost certainly, and I think basically mathematically certain, and then 5 wins gets you there. Kendall Fleming will open the batting. Dependra Singh Airi starts right on the money, as at the non-striker's end it's Abhishek Anand. Plenty of players here, including the captain himself, Kendall Fleming, with Australian either pedigree in terms of playing cricket there or having learnt some cricket there. And he's playing his club cricket at the North's first grade team in Brisbane. Any first grade cricketer from Australia usually have a very good standard.
Yeah, they are very good. And just a bit tentative playing against a stronger team, a high-ranked team, Nepal. A ball coming in. Quick single taken. Fumbled by the keeper Asif Sheikh. It was Gulshan Jha, the fielder in that occasion at mid-on.
Just a little bit tentative to get off the mark, wasn't he, Anand? If you look here, no backing up, zero backing up. In fact, almost less than none. And I think if the throw was a direct hit, it was out by a distance. Even if the throw was a good throw, Anand was in real trouble. Should have been a regulation single, but what we heard from the Japan team in the build-up, there's going to be a lot of emotions out there. Biggest win in their history last night, into action today. This is the biggest crowd they've ever played in front of. So huge day for them. And they're going to have to adjust. And Nepal are very disciplined, very impressive in the field in particular. They've got a good bowling outfit with all of that variety of bowling options they have. 7, 8, maybe even 9 bowlers could be used today. So they're just going to have to be careful. They don't act like a rabbit that will get caught in the headlights. And the first runs to Anand will come with a little cut. Good diving stop from Lalit Rajbanshi.
It was outside the off stump, tried to cut that, got the edge, went on the left side of Lalit Rajbanshi, his bowling arm. Good diving stop. Talking about Dipender Singh Aire, he's always accurate. He rushes through his overs. That was over pitch, played it all along the ground towards long off. After the first over, Japan 3 for no loss.
Yeah, I like the move of getting Dipender Singh Aire in with that first over with the left-handed.
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी एक एनर्जी भनेकै रेड बुल
ज्ञान एक्स्ट्रा लङ ग्रेन बासमती राइस को 20 केजी को पैकेट को खरीदमा पाउनुहोस् क्याशब्याक तुरुन्तै आफ्नो हेल्थी वालेटमा
नेपालमा सर्वाधिक रुचाइएको चाउचाउ गजबको पिरो बब्बाल पिरो छ
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
To qualify for the T20 World Cup, which would be a maiden T20 World Cup for them. They've looked pretty good, though, in phases. Keep your eyes on them in the Super 6. As Sampal Kami will get things going from the media centre. The fans are packed in. No slip and play, and strays down the leg side, first wide of the innings.
Just a loosened by Sompal Kami. The length was okay, but the line was wrong. Back of the length. A hint of a swing into the left-hander. Talking about Japan's win yesterday, it was the first time they've ever beaten a top-ranked side. And again, playing today with another top-ranked side.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. If you look at sides in the East Asia Pacific region, there's plenty of talented cricketers, and purely from a geographic nature, it's more difficult for them to get as much cricket as they would like. In their history, they've only played against 15 different international sides in a recognised T20I. They have played Nepal 3 times before, but that was all part of an ACC trophy, which we're going to talk about a little bit, because I know a certain Paresh Lahani has played against Japan, and I think you might quite enjoy the story I'm going to tell you about that game in a few moments. But they've never played Nepal in the T20I before. That was their first ever game against Kuwait. So up until yesterday, they'd only played 14 other nations, despite very much being a team on the rise. And a historic win, absolutely. It will give them the belief that they can put it up to Nepal today. Nepal are favourites, of course they are, the higher ranked side. But it's kind of hard to work out and ascertain as to what level they are at, because they don't play out of that East Asia Pacific region altogether too much.
This is a very good experience for Japan, winning the game against Kuwait yesterday and playing against Nepal today. It will be a good experience. That is what the captain said yesterday in the post-match presentation. They are very lucky and honored to play against Nepal, and they are very excited as well. We don't see that often in a T20 match, ball left alone.
Yeah, from the looks of things, for me thus far, there's been a few nerves out there for Abhishek Anand. Could well have run himself out, just absent-mindedly, by not really paying too much attention for that first single that his captain called him through for. And you never really know as to how you're going to react. 27 years of age, Only made 2 yesterday against Kuwait. He was the early wicket to fall. Pull shot attempted. We haven't seen much success with those cross-batted strokes here on pitch 1 in particular.
No, we haven't. Again, trying to play across the line, trying to pull the ball skidding away. Sompal Kami skids the ball. You can see there's not much of a grass that we saw in the first and the second day, but today there's a bit of a grass, but less grass than the other pitches.
Goes a little fuller and causes all sorts of problems with that late movement. Anand is somewhat digging a hole for himself here. Just wonder, could the captain maybe get down after this delivery, just have a discussion, try to calm his nerves down a little bit. The other factor, we've spoken about this a few times now, Paresh, 6 of the 9 sides have to play 2 games in 2 days in the group stage. It's just the way that the schedule has worked out. So Japan playing yesterday, coming straight back into action today. It'll be a wide down the leg side. It's not easy in this heat. This morning felt oppressively hot again.
Yes, it was very hot today. We've been here for the last 3 days, and today it's the hottest day I've ever felt. And it's not easy in the morning game when Malaysia played UAE. Now, even though it's the afternoon here, 2:30 p.m., it's really hot.
Really good over, with the exception of those couple of wides from Sampal Kami. Just 3 come from it. Japan 6 for none.
Asian Paints Ultima Protect Shine. यसमा भएको UV हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलोजीले घाम, पानी, धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्षौं वर्ष सुरक्षा। घर रहन्छ सधैँ शाइनदार घर वर्षौं वर्ष।
पुस्तो पुस्तालाई मायाले जोड्ने, जिन्दगीलाई अर्डिनेरीबाट एक्स्ट्रा अर्डिनेरी बनाउने सधैँ KFC।
So in 1996, 1998 and 2000, Japan actually played in the ACC Trophy. That was 50 over cricket back then. T20 hadn't even been invented. That's how old we're all getting, Paresh. So the last time that these two sides met in any official men's international was 25 years ago. That's how historic this is. But just to take you back to that first ever meeting back in 1996, as Nandan Yadav comes into the attack, steered straight to cover point. They played against each other in Malaysia. Got to thank the great Binod Pandey of Kantapur who's written this up on the website. Japan 72 all out, and some great names. LB Chetri, who's now the chief selector, he took 3 for 8. Basant Desai took 2 wickets. Manij Rajpande, who may well have been the captain as well, get that checked. Might not. He was captain later, was he?
No, actually, it was Uttam Karmachari in 1996, the first captain of Nepal.
Karmachari is the first captain. So after that, Manoj Rajpande went on to captain. Obviously working with the Bhaktapur. Association now. That'll just be a couple. Anand needs to go here. Oh, I think the throw's gone to the wrong end. Throw went to the non-strikers end. That might have been interesting. But Manoj Rajpande made some runs, picked up a wicket, and he is the first ever player to win a Player of the Match award for Nepal in any official international. Because 1996 Malaysia, that was Nepal's entry into international cricket.
Yes, they were then the full member of Asian Cricket Council. That is why they were able to play the ACC Trophy. Since then, Nepal have been playing the ACC Trophy till 2010 and 2012 as well. They were the joint winner of that trophy against UAE.
It's a great story though, meeting for the first time in 25 years. So yeah, we'll just touch a little bit more on that. And a lovely photo on that article of Manoj Rajpande in his Dhaka topi receiving the Player of the Match award. It was played in Padang. LB Chetri 3 for, Basanta Shahi 2 for. Manoj Rajpande took 1 wicket. He also made 27. He was given the Player of the Match. Then in 1998 there in Lalitpur, hosted in Nepal, that one I think was washed out. But the 2000 game is the one we've got to talk about, Paresh. He's looking very nervous. I know you can't see him at home. He's looking very nervous. Cut away again, straight to the fielder. Sandeep Jora does the fielding. So, Paresh, since you were playing that game in 2000, what did you tell us about it?
Well, they were not as much as good as they are right now in Japan. To be honest, I'll come straight to you, Lenny. I was out for a duck.
You've given away the story. Chased it 3 down in 20 overs in a 50-over match. They won comfortably. Kieran Agarwal made 53 not out. But the great man to my right, what happened?
I don't remember. It was 25 years ago, but I actually don't remember that. But talking about Nandan Yadav in the first game against Kuwait, his radar was also not right. That is why Captain Portal took him off this attack and brought him back again, and then he took a wicket. He's struggling to maintain his line of length to the left and right hand combination.
I think it's a little bit of the new ball factor as well, because he got such good movement under the floodlights the other night with that away swing. I don't know if he's gone back to cross seam from that last delivery, potentially. You see a few players like this.
Let's say 3 or 4 overs after that, no swing whatsoever. If the pitch helps, if there's a grass, you can get lateral movement.
Yeah, it is a fascinating part. Ball format, obviously, Red Bull is very different, but really can only get 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 overs. There's a bit of movement there. Look at that back in. Get through for a quick single, well dealt with by Karawaki Fleming. For Japan, what's the greater challenge here? I suppose processing the emotions of last night, playing against a higher ranked opposition, 2 games in 2 days. There's a lot stacked against them here. It's not going to be easy.
Actually, yesterday's game is, let's talk about its history now. They've won the game. They've into the Super Sixes. They have to focus on this game. It's a bit of nerves against a quality bowling attack like Nepal.
Short and wide, gets away with that one really. Yadav slightly errant over, but it only goes for 5. It's 11 for none. Just for me, Paresh, I think the scale of the challenge can't be overstated. That's not to say that Nepal are definitely going to win. This is international cricket. We've seen the associate sides in particular. Any of them on their day can beat each other. And a lot of these associates are very capable of beating the full member nations now, again, on their day.
Aksha Aneg, Energy 8. Energy भनेकै Red Bull.
ज्ञान सोल्टी चामल खरिद गर्नुहोस् रु 2000 सम्मको क्यासब्याक पाउनु ज्ञान पाए ज्ञान नै रोज्ने
नेपालमा सर्वाधिक रुचाइएको चाउचाउ गजबको पिरो बब्बाल पिरो छ
Power play.
Again, the good rhythm. Gets the ball dart into the left-hander with his natural outswingers to the right-hander. This time around he just pushed his wrist towards the slips, why the ball went across the left-hander.
And this time shapes back in. Oh, direct hit. It's going to be gone. Well, he's at it again, isn't he? Dipendra Singh Airi, maybe not quite as dramatic as the one that's gone viral on ICC social media pages, but it's yet another direct hit. You've got to pick your